Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Dave. I do lots of shopping hauls on this channel. This week I've ended up doing a Tesco haul. I've gone for another home delivery option because I'm currently doing my rounds, kind of like shopping wherever is offering me the best offer at that moment in time. Tesco were the ones this week, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about why I've shopped at Tesco and what the good offer was a little bit more later on in the video. However, I did have to pay a £6 fee for this delivery. Was it worth it? I think it was. However, I did book a slot between 11 and 12 and it rocked up literally just before 12, which is a bit annoying because it's lunchtime, and I kind of picked the earliest slot to avoid that. Is it the end of the world? No, it's not. It's here now. So I'm going to start off showing you the yoghurts because there's some really exciting offers on the yoghurts this week. So let's have a look. So I'm going to start off with these Mother Light yoghurts here. I've gone for one packet of these. These were on offer for £1.50 instead of £2.50 this week. Same going for the light and free yoghurts as well. Exactly the same offers are on these. So I've just done like a little bit of a selection of them really. They're all really low calorie, 56 calories, 59 calories. How many calories have we got going on in here? 61 calories. So yeah, all really low calorie options there, so that's good. And then I've just gone for a little cheapo Greek style Creamfields yogurt. That's just to go into smoothies. I'll talk to you more about like the meal plan and some of the things that I'm doing for dinner this week as we go along through the video. Then to get our chocolate fix here, we have gone for some Aeros. Again, low calorie, 74 calories each for these mint Aeros here. And with the special offer, half price, £1 instead of £2. I think that's really good. Also, very excited about these. Not tried them yet. Orange Aeros. So yeah, I presume they're new. Again, only 76 calories and £1 instead of £2. So happy days. I've also gone for a selection of protein shakes for my husband here. I just went for a selection of whatever was on offer. Hopefully he likes them. There's only one way to find out. We've got some chorizo slices here that I'm going to be putting on homemade pizzas that I'm doing this week. They're kind of like a staple, especially if we go to Tesco, because you can cook them later on. You don't need too much fresh stuff. Just chuck some oven chips in. Feels like you're having a bit of a naughty takeaway, but you're not, and it's a lot cheaper. The chicken fillets that I've got here, 1.2 kilo packets here. I've gone for two of them. There was no special offer on them, but they were £10.50 each, so it does work out much better value for money to buy the bigger packets and then just put them into smaller bags in the freezer. These are all good sized chicken breasts here as well, so yeah, I'll bag them up in bags of two so I always know what's in there. They were £10.50. Yeah, that's alright. I often stock up on them while they are on offer, but currently they're not. So I needed some, so that's what I've gone with. I've gone for 2 of the 4 pinters of milk this week. Some iceberg lettuce here. I'm just going to be making some sandwiches, actually, with this ham that I can see here. Nice little easy ham sandwiches for lunch. And then we've got one of these, of course, the Caesar salad kits, which we're loving now it's summer. Perfect for the nicer weather. Not that we're really having any at the moment, but we're kind of trying to pretend in our house we are. However, I have realised that I forgot the avocado that we usually use to kind of just try and bulk it up a little bit. So suppose we'll save some calories there, so that's good. 2 packets of the mature cheddar cheese here. So these are on offer. When I talk about all these offers, guys, just presume that they're with Clubcard prices. Same we're saying it every time. 2 for £4.50. Dates on them much better than the ones that come from Morrison's the other day that had about 7 days or less on them. These ones have got way over a month, closer to 2 months. So yeah, much more pleased with that. Some mushrooms here. So I actually wanted to get the chestnut mushrooms that were on Clubcard prices for 79p. They didn't have any. Well, it's that old game, isn't it? When you're online, it just says it's unavailable. But yeah, so I ended up having to go with these. I'm going to put it in the spag bowl. If you're Italian, what would you think about that? I don't know. I don't care. Sorry. We love mushrooms in our house. They're low calorie, nutritious. They're going in my spag bowl. Got some of the finest strawberries here as well. So these were on offer as well, 25% off, so £2.25. Really good to see, actually, that they're reducing the plastic. So it's the first time I've seen these finest strawberries come in the this kind of like cardboardy thing. I'm sure it must be a better alternative to what they were using before. I was actually able to order some loose bananas, so I'm pleased with that because I hate having to buy the packet bananas, and often the loose ones are unavailable on the shop. Then I've just gone for some sweet easy peelers here. I keep them in the fridge. They last for absolutely ages in there. There was none on any kind of special offer this week, so I just went for the Tesco branded ones. Yeah. I've gone for 2 packets of the apples actually. These were on offer for £1.20, so that's a good price. And there was a coupon on my app, so I got some extra points when I spent £2 on apples. Again, store them in the bottom of the fridge. They last for so much longer than they do if you just put them in your fruit bowl. So yeah, they'll last for like weeks longer. I think these have got a sell-by date on them for tomorrow. So I mean, it's not the best date that they've actually given me, but yeah, they'll last for another couple of weeks in the fridge, so it's not the end of the world. Then I've gone for a pineapple. Again, same as with the Caesar salad. We're pretending it's summer in our house here, even if the weather is naff and I'm currently wearing joggers instead of shorts. But there we go. Do love a pineapple. 2 frozen bits this week. Hot and spicy chicken steaks. Just to go in the freezer. Might be used as a freezer tea later on in the week, but they're always worth having in. And we absolutely love these shredded chicken dippers of salt and chilli ones. They aren't particularly cheap, they are more expensive, but they're handy to have in, and we've used these in the past to make like flatbreads, wraps, some kind of like fake gyros stuff. There's all sorts of things you can do with them, so yeah, if you haven't tried them, I'd recommend giving these a go actually. So I'll move on to some of the more ambient bits and pieces now as well. Would you believe that there were no short dates on here that they told me of? I might notice a few more where to go on. I did see that the apples already have got tomorrow on them. But yeah, no short dates, no substitutes in this shop. It's a miracle. Let's get stuck into the rest of it then. So I've gone for this Warburton's protein power bread here. I have had this before. Whether it's actually that much better for you with the protein, who knows? Will it be more filling? I don't know. But I do like the bread. It makes really nice toast. And it had 25% off, so just £1.50 this week. I've gone for an orange and mango quadruple strength squash. This is from my husband rather than me. However, I've bought similar ones from different supermarkets for him, and he always prefers the Tesco one. So yeah, it's ended up with that this week. I've gone for 2 tins of beans. These are more just to keep in the cupboards to have as freezer teas. Reduced sugar and salt ones, thinking about the calories and all of that sort of stuff. They're only 43p, so it's a lot cheaper than getting the Heinz ones, but I do know that is something that some people aren't willing to compromise on. So let me know if you're one of those people and you're filled with horror at the thought of having the Tesco version of baked beans. Gone for some of the Lost Pot noodles. If ever you want noodles, these are just easy to have in for lunch sometimes. And the Lost Pot ones are actually, they're not low calorie. So if you had a whole packet of these, it's about 390 calories for lunch. So it's not the end of the world if you're having it for lunch. Not the most nutritious either, but they are low in fat, so they're much lower in fat than kind of actual pot noodles. I wonder why. Oh, who knows. Then I've gone for 2 of these passatas. So I had some mince in the freezer that I've got out to defrost, and I'm going to be making the spag bowl. Now, I used to be someone who bought the jars. I'm so against it now. It's so easy to just get the passata, make it properly. As long as you've got a few like herbs and spices in, it works out cheaper. It's got less crap in because who knows what's in the rest of the stuff. So yeah, I swear by this now. So much better for flavour. It's been a while since I brought anything like this actually. So the last ones that we brought actually went out of date. So we've given up really drinking Coke on a daily basis in the house. So we just have it as a treat and usually take them away with us, but we're completely out. So yeah, I've gone for one of these Coca-Colas Zero ones. And the reason I went for the Zero ones, actually, I prefer them, but as well as that, these ones are cheaper than the Diet Coke. So these are currently on offer £6.75 from £11. The Diet Coke was £7.50 from £12. Why is it more expensive? I don't know, but go figure. Worked out nicely for me anyway. I need some cereal, so I've ended up getting these Tesco version of Rice Krispies. If you've watched any of these videos before, you'll know that I've brought these from a few different places, the cheaper branded versions, and I do really rate the Tesco's one. So if you haven't given them a try and you like Rice Krispies, give them a go. Might save yourself a good couple of quid there. I've got some pizza bases. This week we have just got the cheap Tesco ones. The more expensive ones weren't on offer, so that's what we're having. Gone with some jalapenos. I keep these just in the cupboard, and these go on my pizzas. If you're anything like me, love spice, gotta have some jalapenos on your pizzas. And I've gone for one of the barbecue pizza toppers. These weren't on offer either. Sometimes they're on offer 4 for 3. Because they weren't, I've just bought one. 2 loose carrots here, so I'm just going to chop those up and I'll put them in the spag bowl. Just a bit of hidden veg. And it bulks it out a little bit more with some nutritious food. So yeah, I love doing that. And I've got some onions that I prepared the other day from when I brought my Morrison shop, and I had to only have a packet of 3 when I needed 1. So I've got 2 onions. So yeah, that makes life easy there. Gone with some medium-sized eggs. So with these ones, I will just probably boil them. Or I might have some egg on toast later on in the week. I'll see. Sweet potatoes, they tend to last for a fair amount of time, don't they? So when I have some freezer teas later on in the week, I might just try and do sweet potato chips with them in the air fryer. It's more nutritious than having oven chips. And I just thought, why not change it up? Been having lots of oven chips recently, so try and get a bit more nutrition back in. I'm shocked at these because the price hasn't gone down, but there's now only 4 Fredos in the pack rather than 5. So that is a bit of shrinkflation there going on for you. I didn't realise this when I was ordering it, and it was only when I was collecting the shop, I was like, they seem small. Yeah, that'll be why. They're missing one from each pack. Got some whole wheat fusilli pasta here. So I use this instead of just actual spaghetti. I find spaghetti just too much of a pain to work with. So yeah, gone with that. Whole wheat, a bit more nutrition in there. Gone for a distilled vinegar here. That is just to put on some weeds in the garden. And then I have got 2 of these Listerines. They're on offer, £2.50 each at the moment. So they're always needed, aren't they? And they had a coupon for some extra points when I spent £4 on Listerine. So while I don't need them right now, I may as well buy them and get some extra points for it. So that's all of the shopping there, but I told you at the start of the video that I'd talk to you a little bit more about the reason why I've ended up going back to Tesco for this shopping delivery. One, I went for delivery because actually I couldn't be bothered to go shopping this week, but next time I probably will have to just go into the shop. But Tesco sent me a voucher for £14 off a £90 spend, so it's a pretty good voucher really. Now you've got to take off that actually I had to spend £6 to have it delivered. But I suppose not having to go out and walk around the shop for an hour, is that worth £6? I think it probably is, isn't it? But even taking that into consideration, that still makes it £8 cheaper than if I would have gone into the shop. And I've had the convenience of it being dropped to my door. So I'm really pleased with that. And I'm really learning now that actually, I don't think it does pay to be loyal. There are certain things, so like Clubcard challenges. Say, for example, I'm not going to hit any of my Clubcard challenges this month for the point, because I've been shopping in different places. But I think the benefits of shopping in different places are worth it, because they're all kind of sending me vouchers now to try and entice me in to go shopping there. And it's working, so keep it up. I'll kind of go wherever the best offer is that week. And if there is no amazing offers that week, then I'll just have to go shopping. But for the rest of it, why not? If you made it this far, thanks very much for watching. Consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, all of that jazz. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.